Shop Talk Live, where professional stylists, barbers, makeup artists, and nail techs give you the 411 on the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything you want to know about natural hair, hair weaving, makeup, nails, education, products, and more. Real talk. It's what you've been waiting for. Shop Talk Live. Good, bad, the ugly.
Welcome to Shop Talk Live. Today we're going to be talking about the websites, insurance, and taxes. And my special guest right here is, introduce yourself.
Frantz, and I'm a mobile app developer and web designer.
Wow. So what is the importance of having a website?
Right now, to keep in touch with everyone you have, all your customers, a website is a crucial thing to have in a business. Number one, to brand yourself, to have your own logo patch onto the website, to actually communicate with thousands, even millions of people, as you can see throughout social media with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all those stuff you have leverage when you have this instead of staying in one community. So you extend yourself beyond the community to go into the world and to push your business, and by that way you can also increase your revenue, which I'm sure everyone would agree, and then they would love that bank account to be fat.
Yes. One of my questions too, when we're having a website, because sometimes when you like Google up people, how do you get to that level, and when they Google you, like you come on that engine, like number one or really quick to find you?
To be there's two ways to be on top of Google. The number one way is to actually have Google give you advertisements. So you pay Google with paid traffic. That way you're already on top of Google. When somebody search your website, they're going to see you. Another way, but it's gonna take more time, but it's gonna be more constant, is to have organic traffic. Google love when you send them content. For example, when you go into the search bar, you start typing something, you see Google already finished the sentence for you. This is when you continuously writing content, continuously sending people to your sites, clicking on your link. Now Google have something that's crawl. It's a robot that actually crawl your site, and then they see exactly, oh, that person is just getting my attention. Let me send her more traffic. Google will reward you for posting consistently, and then therefore you're gonna jump from page 50 to now page 1 or page 2. And because most people, they go on Google, when they don't find you, they don't go to page 2. Most of us, we do that. We go on Google, the first thing we see, okay, all right, I trust them.
That's
so to be on that page, you're gonna have to continuously posting and then having reviews on Google, create Google Plus, and you get there.
So you tell your customer how do they give you like a referral? Like, make a comment about you. How they go about that to Google? How you get in there and do that?
Well, actually, you're gonna have to give number one, good customer service, and then you create your page, of course, which is on Google Plus. Now, once you create it, you list your business on that Google Plus. Whenever somebody buys from your own research, you can tell them, okay, all right, go ahead. If you like the service, go on my Google Plus and then leave an honest review. That's one thing we tell people. We never tell you go give me a 5-star review. We tell you go give an honest review. And Google people are not slow in the mind. They're gonna see which one is a good review, which one is fabricated, and which one is actually organic and generic.
Yeah, very authentic, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we want, right?
Oh yes.
And this is interesting. You do a mobile app for hairstylists?
Yes, any kind of business you can think of, I can do a mobile app for that business. And now mobile application is a $40 billion a year industry.
Wow.
So now imagine you have a mobile app, you have your stylist, you have 10,000 people, for example, downloading your app. With one push of a button, you can communicate a message. If you have a discount you want to give, you say, okay, this season coming up for Cyber Monday, I am giving my customers 20%, and those 10,000 people going to receive the message. Now you can choose which one receive and which one receive not. You can set it up in a way where only iPhone people receive the message or only Android people receive the message. And then you can, within your app, you can have your website within the app.
All connected,
All
right?
connected, but you cannot put your app in your website. But within the app, which is a huge hub, you can have everything hosted there. And when I build those apps, what I do is I create Finwall where people can actually, it's another social media within your app where people can actually communicate. They can have a forum, and you can have in-app messages where you send messages to all your app downloader. Like 10,000 of them or a million, whatever you have, they receive the same message because everyone now have their phone in their hands.
Yes.
The only time we don't have it is if we sleep. But I mean, even me, I sleep with my phone next to my head.
Mine's be in the bed sometimes. But yeah, I don't know about you.
So
I do have a man. I just don't want y'all.
Yeah.
But the phone.
So which means with the mobile app, there's a lot of money to be made with that mobile app. So as a hairstylist, I'm sure you have bundles you're selling.
Yeah.
So if you have something, let's say you're giving 60% off or 20% off. Imagine those 10,000 people. You say, okay, there's a code right now. Go redeem that one. Is 60% off. That's 10,000 people receiving that message. Even if only 100 of them buy from you, and those bundles, lady. I mean, my wife is a hairstylist, and I'm sure they not
Them
cheap.
bundles serious.
Those virgin hair, those 100% virgin hair, huh?
Be on the corner.
Yeah.
Straight come up.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome that you personally, and I'm a hairstylist too, and I use a styling system. Make sure later on we talk. Create my own Pink Cuts mobile app. That's hot. But the other thing too, now we talk about taxes and insurance, how important that is. And we have Valerie here with us today to talk about that. And Valerie, how is it important for us in our profession to file taxes?
Oh, it's very important. I think in this industry, like such a cash business,
Yes.
people tend to forget the importance of taxes. And one of the reasons that is very important, because once you make over a certain amount, the federal government demands that you file taxes so you can pay in Social Security and Medicare. And I think a lot of people that are self-employed forget that until one day you may need benefits or something may happen and you apply for benefits, and then the government's saying, how are you going to get benefits? You haven't paid anything in. And then also when you want to structure your business and you want to grow and you want to receive loans or you want to buy that house or you want to buy that car, how are you going to show that income? You know, so they need something on paper that shows that this is what I made, this is what I reported, and it's a trail. And you start keeping record of that. And I think this industry needs to learn the importance of that going forward, growing your business, and just, you know, being fiduciary responsible.
It does feel good because even when I went to purchase a car and walked in there and they ran my credit and I was all established, incorporated, and they pick any car you want. I'm like, any car? Yeah, as long as you can pay for it. But with that note, what about retirement? You know, how did that affect you in retirement? Because a lot, like you say, a lot of us in cash are doing business. We all professional hairstylists, but they're not filing, you know. But then when it comes to time, there's, like you say, health problems, and, you know, you come into age, and then if they don't file.
There's nothing at the end. There's no Social Security to collect. There's no Medicare to collect because you haven't paid in. I tell stylists all the time, start slow. You don't have to, like, paying so much at a time, but you could start with estimated taxes and you could start paying them quarterly until you build up where you know, okay, I have this in my budget because I know I need to pay in my Social Security and Medicare tax at the end. So when you do retire or you have that little hiccup where you have to stop working because you're disabled, you're able to draw on your benefits. And then once you start that, then you can start investing in IRAs and annuities and other forms of retirement. But you have to start with that Social Security and Medicare, which is very important to the government that you're paying it in because you're accounting for this cash money.
What about becoming incorporated? You know, a lot of times we don't know where to put ourselves in this position. We have sole proprietor, incorporated, and LLC. What is a good one to start with as a professional, as a stylist?
Well, usually when I tell people when they're starting, I say start as a sole proprietor because you don't want to start as a corporation because you can't scale it down. So what you want to do is start and scale it up. If you're that part-time, not full-time, but I'm doing something. Okay, you want that sole proprietor where you establish your tax ID number, you establish your name, and then you just pay the $75 to be registered on Sunbiz.
Okay.
So that way you establish that, hey, I am this person, but I'm also this business that's doing hair or whatever business. Then if you say, okay, I'm going to go full-time, then you want to do the limited liability, the LLC, because you don't want to be responsible for someone coming after you. You want to have this business entity where I'm separate and I'm personal, but I'm doing this separate business. And then the LLC protects you from individual lawsuits and stuff like that, because now I'm functioning as a business.
As a business.
Yeah.
So sole proprietor would be the starting point.
Right.
Then you can elevate.
Then you
as
elevate.
grow.
Then when you're at that corporation, like I have other businesses, I have employees, I have people working under me. I'm becoming this business owner, this corporation. I'm hiring people under me to work in this business.
So for me, I'm gonna take myself for example. I do hair, I do makeup. Want to go into education. How do you file? You know, I've been told so many things. Should I file over here for a separate education or stylist, or can I put that under one umbrella?
When you put it under one umbrella, that's what the limited liability gives you the options of. Like I could file this as the limited company, or I could take whatever earnings I make and move it to my personal.
Okay.
So then you have more choices. But when you're a corporation, it has to be established on that corporation as your revenue and your income, and you practically have to cut a check to yourself to do as your personal business. So the limited liability gives you a choice. I can put it on my business, or I can move it from my business and put it on my personal.
Awesome. So what about if somebody want to know more about this? You do workshop. What are some of the things that's out there that
I
they
do
can look into?
consultation, but they also have, in every state, they have a thing called SCORE. And what it is, a government entity offered this free workshop that gives you an idea of what type of business you want. Can you do business in this location? We find out that people sell business and it's never been licensed to do that type of business. So they give you information on where you want to start, what location you want to start at, and how to go about satisfying their demands, satisfying the federal government demands and your state demands, because you have the revenue department that wants you to file with the sales tax and everything. Then you have the state of Florida that wants you to file your corporation. So you want to be like in line with all of those, and they usually give you a guide for that. Yeah, guidelines.
So it's important to see someone like you. So depending on what county or state you in, so you know how to file, what to file,
when to file,
you know, and then so I'm going to give you different options of how you want to file. Like for example, like if you're going to do a website with him, then that's a write-off.
Yes,
Right.
yes, because that's a monthly expense, to maintain that website. So that's a write-off for someone that's in their own business.
So how much is that?
How
much is that a month?
Pretty pricey.
Like just for the app, for example.
The monthly fee or to actually build the app?
To bill it and monthly fee.
Actually, it varies. The minimum fee to actually start would be, the base fee would be 1,000, and then you can jump up to all the way up to 10,000 based on what you actually want or need. And there are different other apps. Like if you're gonna have the next WhatsApp, then it can be even more than that because it's gonna require more time and more coding.
Okay.
So of course, with the maintenance now, this fee is gonna be one-time fee.
Okay.
But the maintenance aspect of it, you can some company charges $49.99 per month, or $59 or $69, or you can give them a fee where instead of paying $59.99, then you pay the whole year, and then we give you a break where you pay $49.99 times 12. So now you and free. And
that's a write-off, right?
And
that's
what that
recurring
entails
costs.
is
Hello. Check. That's a
recurring
check from the
costs.
50,000.
Yes.
Now I'm down to 40. What else?
You got recurring costs, but you have your travel, like you guys are doing hair shows and you travel from time to time. All that is write-off that you need to keep your receipts for. When you have to rent a car, when you buy your products, your leasing agreement, when you have to pay your rent. All those things are expenses that goes against your income that you're earning. So you have to keep a balance of that,
And what about, a lot of times, as cash independent, we try to stay at we lost. What is the pros and cons when it comes to that?
That could be detrimental down the line when you want to grow. Nobody wants to invest in a company that's losing money. Okay, so and nobody wants to invest in a company that's only reporting 12, 13,000. You know, you want to show that eventually I can grow, because they're going to ask for a business plan. And they're going to say, how can you grow your business? So to grow your business, you need to anticipate that tax that's going to take you in another tax bracket. Because you want to show that I'm viable, that I want you to invest my money, because you know this saying is that use other people's money to grow your business. But you have to show that I'm making money, not losing money.
That I'm going to pay you back.
Yeah. So eventually you want to get there. And like I say, you can get there, because, you know, just like it was talking about, you want to be this $1 million company, but you have to also be $1 million responsible in taxes.
Yeah, you got to look like what you're saying you are, right? Pretty much.
Exactly.
Okay, with the insurance, what are the different insurances that we can have, and what covers us as a stylist?
Well, you have different insurance that cover you as a professional liability and as a business owner.
Okay.
And you know, we know people that always, things will happen in the industry, and you don't want to lose all your personal assets because of a mishap. So the major companies, Progressive, Nationwide, they all offer business owners insurance, which cover your whole business, where you may have employees, or you know, you need workman comp, and you want to cover my business in case the building or someone comes and sue or fall. Then you have the professional liabilities, where you may be renting a suite, but personally they may be coming after me, and it's not as expensive as everyone thinks it is, because for $1 million policy it can cost you annually $500. But at least you know you're covered wherever you go, or if someone tries to come after your personal asset, you have insurance that will cover you. So it's not as pricey, but it's so beneficial to have.
Yeah, because I'm in the suite, and we have to have
It's
and it's not, it's like $140 or something for the year.
Yes.
And then they offer you a discount if you pay more, multiple years.
And the deductible is reasonable.
Yes, it is reasonable.
And it's
like
reasonable.
$150,000. I mean,
Yeah, because imagine if you had to come out your pocket, or someone try to put a lien against your business. So that's why it's good to have insurance, especially in that business where things can happen. So you want to be covered, just like your car. Things do happen. So
when they come to you to do a consultation, you'll give the list of stuff that, as a stylist, that we can file. Because a lot of times I've been to different people, and different people will tell us different things.
Well, I have a checklist when my clients come in. When they come in, I have a checklist that says, okay, if you're self-employed, then you check off all these things that you have. So when you come in, we go through and say, okay, do you have this? Because I tell people, just start with your receipts.
Yeah.
Just start there. What I'm buying and what I'm selling. I'm doing hair, but I'm buying products. Because there's a balance.
Right.
You know, there's a balance sheet that's starting already. So we can start there, and then you'll say, okay, what am I paying every month? Like you say, his website. I pay rent. You know, I pay my cell phone. You know, I travel. All those things are expenses. So
awesome.
you know, you just start there, and then we'll build up.
Yeah.
Till you have a portfolio that shows.
Because I got a lot of receipts, a lot of receipts. Well, Valerie and Frantz, I'd like to thank you for coming on Shop Talk Live. And I'd like to thank my audience for coming to Shop Talk Live, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram as Shop Talk Live. And thank you for coming and tuning in.
Shop Talk Live, where professional stylists, barbers, makeup artists, and nail techs give you the 411 on the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything you want to know about natural hair, hair weaving, makeup, nails, education, products, and more. Real talk. It's what you've been waiting for. Shop Talk Live. Good, bad, the ugly.